Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip where someone is getting mad that they had to buy French toast sticks with their own money instead of EBT. EBT, which has classically been known as food stamps, stopped covering certain junk food in many states back in January, with many more states set to implement restrictions soon. A lot of food that you used to be able to buy, such as soda, candy, and ready-made snacks, are no longer covered in places that have implemented this ban. In today's clip, the person is actually angry that they have to use their own money to buy the frozen, pre-made French toast sticks, which caused many people in the comments to become outraged. Some people say she's entitled, while others say EBT shouldn't cover junk food and you can still buy bread, milk, eggs, etc. to make it yourself. We're going to be taking a look at that clip of her getting angry, reading some of the comments, as well as taking a look at a few bonus clips, so be sure to stick around until the end. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
Okay, so I'm at Sam's Club. I'm trying to buy cinnamon toast sticks for my kids. This is what my two little boys like to eat for breakfast. As you can see, I'm trying to pay. I hit EBT. Scanning. It's my EBT card. Swiping. I'm going to enter my PIN number. Okay. Says no eligible items found. We're sorry. No items in your transaction are EBT eligible.
Okay, so it looks like EBT is considering those frozen, pre-made French toast sticks to be junk food, or not healthy enough to be covered by EBT anymore. Alright, dude, I got a crazy idea. Here's what we do. We get some milk, some bread, an egg, and we combine them. We might even put a little bit of sugar, vanilla extract, and cinnamon in there. What do you say? That is one of the easiest things to make, dude.
And as you could see, I only have French toast sticks for my two children.
Okay, and you're shocked that this is considered junk food and is no longer covered.
This is
She's like, I thought that was a health food. Why isn't this covered?
the kind of stuff that everybody's talking about on Facebook.
Are they?
This is me, Galena Wildman, real video here. As you can see. So now I'm gonna have to pay cash out of pocket.
You're gonna have to use your own money to buy the food that you're going to eat? Oh my god, this is crazy.
For French toast sticks, because this is what my children like to eat. So that's $8.
Yes, your children that you made like to eat French toast sticks. Thank you for telling me about your kids repeatedly. Oh no, we have to spend our own money on junk food that we literally don't need anyway?
$48 I'll have to take from my water bill budget. Thank you, Trump.
And the description reads, Snap didn't just cut off some beverages, they also cut food items. Please share. I really just couldn't buy French toast sticks at Sam's using Snap, so I guess I'll take the $8.48 I spent on them for my two little boys for breakfast out of my utility fund, which keeps increasing every month due to the Public Service Commission approving rate hikes. I love when people bring up their kids going without things and try to guilt trip you about it. I'm not trying to be callous or be a jerk or say that I disagree with food stamps in general, but I just think it's funny when people are like, so now my kids are gonna have to do without. Yeah, that's your job to provide for your kids. It's cool that the EBT program exists to begin with. Some people spend their entire EBT budget on nothing but junk food. And the kids that they're raising that way have literally no choice but to be raised that way, and not only not get any nutrition, but also not be taught what proper meals are, or what proper healthy food is. Why in the world would our government feel the need to cut off French toast sticks when there are far bigger issues in the world is beyond me? Poor families can't eat French toast for breakfast? I'm pretty sure you can still buy bread, milk, eggs, sugar, cinnamon, and vanilla extract. And those make a much better French toast than that pre-made frozen, processed stuff that you just toss in the microwave or the toaster. I make French toast for my daughter fairly regularly. It takes me about 5 minutes to throw all of those ingredients together, and then about another 10 minutes to cook it in the pan. So we're talking about a 15-minute investment in time. So it's really not difficult, dude. It's so easy. I barely get $200 a month in EBT anyway due to receiving child support counting as my income, and I will most definitely get cut off EBT after submitting my review due to the increase. Okay, well, if we barely get $200 a month, maybe we shouldn't be spending it on junk food. The ingredients to make that dish are readily available and fairly cheap. But mind you, my utilities have increased, but DHHR only gives you credit for the maximum amount, which isn't much where utilities are concerned. This is why people are so disappointed in our government. I will make it. I always do for my kids. Everything they ever need comes first always, but single moms or moms/parents period shouldn't have to stress at the register about which items are covered or not, or which budget am I going to take this dollar for this food item from. Okay, so she's angry that she's going to have to spend her own money, God forbid, on the French toast sticks, which is going to come out of her utility budget. I definitely have sympathy for people that are struggling, but like I said repeatedly, buying all of the ingredients to make French toast is still an option. EBT covers all of those items, we just have to make it ourselves. And if we did, it would be much better for us, God forbid. Now let's take a look at some of the comments. This person says, no way, you have to buy it yourself like the rest of us? That has 33,000 likes. This person says, I bet it would let you buy eggs, milk, bread, butter, and cinnamon. Just saying. Yep, absolutely. It would also let you buy vanilla extract and sugar. So we can have everything that this thing needs. Dude, you could still buy all of the base ingredients to make your own junk food all the way across the board. As far as I know, you could still make brownies, cupcakes, cake, pie. Back in the day, junk food meant grandma's dank ass baking, right? Y'all are gonna become some good bakers, man, and it's gonna be delicious. I can't wait. We're about to see a baking renaissance, and I am absolutely there for it. This person says EBT used to be something people were embarrassed about. Perhaps back in the day, until they put it on a card, just like a debit card, and now everybody's like, whatever, I'll just swipe it. Looks like I'm using a regular debit, or whatever. This person says EBT shouldn't be allowed at Costco or Sam's. How are you paying for a membership but can't afford food? I remember back in the day, Costco used to be considered a fairly high-end store, at least as far as grocery stores or department stores or whatever the hell you want to call it go. But lately, there's a bunch of riffraff in there. Everybody and their mother's in there now. It doesn't feel exclusive or nice anymore. We need to ban everybody else, or we need to triple the price of the membership to keep all these other plebs out. I would pay more just to be around less of these stupid people. That's actually what society is all about. Everybody is struggling to make enough money to get away from all of the scumbags that they're currently around, right? You're like, man, I can't wait to make it big so I can get away from all you losers. As you look at the people around you. Zero sympathy button. Nosy Rosie says, imagine complaining about your government assistance while shopping at a store you pay for a membership at. Yeah, she's at Sam's Club. This person brings up the good point that me and that other person brought up. All of the ingredients, eggs, milk, bread, except maybe the cinnamon, are covered under government assistance. Why wouldn't the cinnamon be covered? I think the cinnamon would also be covered. Maybe it's not convenient, but as a parent, maybe figure it out. Yeah, as a parent, maybe put in the extra work and whatnot. By the way, that person's name is Cakes Fiasco, so I think they know a thing or two about bacon. Unless that's just their name. They just like to eat them. I don't know. I just like to eat cakes. I've never made a cake. Cindy Heatherly says, spending your own money for your own food? What a concept. Yeah, I don't think most people have a whole lot of sympathy for you. They're just like, oh, you have to spend your own money on food? Like the rest of us? Meow says, or you could buy bread and milk and eggs and make way more French toast for less money that's healthier. I agree with that, my friend. This person says, ma'am, buy milk, eggs, and bread and make it like the rest of us. Lol. Yeah, but please also put some sort of sweetener in there and some cinnamon and some vanilla extract. Don't just put milk, eggs, and bread. That's gonna be so basic and crappy. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that. It won't even be French at that point. You're like, what is this? Freaking Lithuanian toast? Get this away from me. I know I've made that joke before. I don't care. So, while you're at Sam's Club, definitely ask for an application for that thing called a job. Okay. This person says, why don't you buy the ingredients to make French toast sticks? Exactly. You know, it's not the slightest bit difficult to cut the French toast into the shape of sticks. Here's someone defending her that says, wow, this comment section is insane. The shaming because someone is on assistance. How about be thankful that you don't need extra help? And I'm sure all of you make your own bread too before you head to your 9-to-5 job. Shaking my head. Be for real. Okay, I don't think they're shaming her for being on assistance. I think they're shaming her for complaining that she couldn't buy junk food while on assistance, even though she could easily buy the ingredients to make that dish. And then you go on to say, I'm sure you all make your own bread too before you head to your 9-to-5 job. Making French toast is not nearly as labor intensive or time consuming as making bread. I don't know why you mentioned making bread. Adding egg and milk to bread with a couple of seasonings is not the same at all as making bread. It is so easy and it takes literally 10 to 15 minutes to make French toast. I love when people exaggerate to such a level that they're just straight up lying, right? Like, we're not even in the same conversation. We're talking about making French toast and you're like, yeah, I bet you guys all have time to make your own bread every morning. Like, you exaggerated so far that, like, you left the conversation and started your own thing. Like, talking about making bread. What? We're talking about adding eggs to bread, not making bread from scratch. You gotta let the flour rise and all of that. You gotta proof it for an hour. What? We're not... No, we weren't talking about that. This person says, wow, pays for a Sam's membership, but gets mad when buying overpriced, overprocessed, and bad for you food. What a tragedy. This person says, try eggs, butter, loaf of bread, and ground cinnamon. Alright, so as you can see, not a lot of people have sympathy for that person. Everybody is pretty much like, dude, just buy the ingredients to make the French toast. Also, oh no, God forbid you have to spend your own money on junk food. Like the rest of us. Festivus for the rest of us. I agree that we can just buy the ingredients to make the French toast ourselves. It's really not difficult and it does not take a lot of time. That's a dish I make for my child very frequently. She loves it and she calls it smushy toast. Now we're going to be taking a look at a bonus clip where somebody else is complaining that they can't buy junk food with their EBT.
It's not even cool. Like, why they do that? What's the point of food stamps if it's just for real food?
What's the point of food stamps if it's just for real food? I think that's literally the point. Is to give families real food. Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, I believe. Nutrition is right there in the name.
Hannah Moore believes she and other SNAP recipients should be able to go into the grocery store and buy whatever they like. Soda, candy, prepackaged sweets, prepared desserts, and juice with less than half of natural fruit or vegetable juice in it.
That's all good and everything, but the problem is some people buy nothing but those things.
Will not be allowed to be purchased on SNAP cards.
I don't know what Trump is doing. I don't know what's going on.
What's the point of food stamps if you can only use them to buy real food? I think that's actually the point of food stamps. It's wild to think that you're entitled to junk food. You know what I mean? Next. Hey, we're matching. Twins.
And this is why Trump should have never became president again. He now wants to ban people who receive EBT from getting junk food. So basically, I can't get no chips, no cookies, no soda with my EBT anymore. What kind of bullshit is that? Like, who are you to tell me what I can and cannot buy with my food stamps?
Okay, we can still buy all of the ingredients to make a lot of junk food. Also, I'm not sure if this person is actually being serious or just rage baiting. Her vibe is off, and I've also seen her say other outrageous things in the past, and the caption on the screen reads, "I'm going to sue them. Don't tell me what to do with my EBT."
Like, I'm gonna see if I do a petition and have, people sign it, because we should be allowed to buy whatever the fuck we want on EBT. Even if we decide to sell it, that is not your business.
Wow. Okay, we're talking about committing crimes now. A video that I covered from this person in the past on my second channel, I believe they were talking about going to jail or getting investigated for selling their food stamps or something like that. I believe this person is actually just a rage baiter. I don't think any of this is actually true.
Let's read this really quick. President Trump has been giving a mandate by the majority of Americans to make America healthy again, and those in his administration, like RFK Jr. and Senator Marco Rubio, have directly advocated for eliminating junk food purchases with SNAP. You're crazy. If someone wants to buy junk food on their own dime, that's on them. But what we're saying is don't ask us taxpayers for it. And also expect the taxpayers, whatever the it says, because it's blocked. So if anybody wants to sign the petition, please let me know. I'll be setting it up and I'll send out the link, because we need to abolish this.
Okay, so she's outraged that she could no longer buy junk food with her EBT. Although, like I said, I think that person might be a professional rage baiter and none of that was actually real. I covered them before on my second channel, which hopefully all of you are subscribed to. It's called Cynical Reacts, where I cover a wide variety of topics. Please be sure to subscribe to that. Here's a link.
I ain't trying to be too messy, but the government is not letting y'all buy those snacks, no sodas, none of that on them food stamp cards no more. So y'all better go get y'all snacks. My mama, she went and got her snack. But the one...
Okay, she's telling everybody they better go stock up on snacks because they're about to be banned.
Once they got the storehouses, y'all better go stack up. Thank you. None of these no more. Not happening no more. Y'all can get those. Not these though. I don't think, probably those two. Y'all can get those.
Oh, I'm just now noticing that that's not her hand pointing at things. That's her foot. I'm just now noticing she's pointing everything out with her foot.
Those two. Not these.
Okay, now we're back to the hand.
Probably.
Okay, she's showing us everything that you will no longer be able to buy with EBT moving forward. She's like, you won't be able to buy this. You won't be able to buy this. You definitely won't be able to buy that. Okay. We won't be able to get Go-Go Squeeze fruits. No Fruity Pebbles.
I don't know.
I don't think they'll let you get the Fruity Pebbles. No Fruit Roll-Ups.
Yeah.
Probably the Quaker Oats.
Yeah.
No Cheetos.
Probably, yeah. See, why y'all need two of these? That's why they taking them out. That's why they removing this shit. Like,
that's why they're removing it, because you bought 2 boxes and too many people are doing that, and that's why now nobody can have junk food with their EBT? Hold on. I think she's saying that because people like me are always buying stuff like this, that's why it's banned. I swear to God, that's what she's saying. Hold on.
See, why y'all need 2 of these? That's why they taking them out. That's why they removing this shit. Like,
see, why y'all need 2 of these? That's why they're removing this. What do you mean why y'all need 2 of this? We're in your house. This is your stuff.
Y'all can buy that. Y'all can buy this too. No Oreos. No Little Debbie Cake muffins. Nope.
Okay, so I love how we say that because people are buying stuff like 2 of these, that's why they're getting rid of junk food. And you're showing us a cabinet full of nothing but all of the junk food that is now banned. You won't be able to buy this. Like, the entire cabinet is just full of banned items. I feel like we're in prison looking at a collection of shanks or other contraband.
Ruffles, cause you got a storehouse and you sell spicy bowls. None of that no more. No fruit snacks. Y'all probably can get the croutons right here, but not the fruit snacks.
Can we still get croutons?
I'm serious about that. I don't know. See, I don't know. I'm gonna give y'all the root. But she said she had to come get hers before they cut it off. And I don't blame her. Not at all. Thank you.
Okay, so a lot of that is there because she had to buy it up before they cut her off. So she knows the junk food ban is coming and went and stocked up before, which I'm guessing a lot of people did, right? Like, sorry kids, since this is the last month that we're going to be able to buy junk food, I'm not going to be buying any fruit or veg or any of the staples to make meals. We're buying nothing but junk food with the EBT this month because next month we won't be able to. So we're eating cake for dinner again? Yes. Yay! This is why they're no longer letting me buy junk food with this. I love how when she was showing the cabinet, she's all like, see, there's 2 of these. This is why they're not letting you guys have this anymore. but it's in her own house. I love that. Next.
I just checked my my access portal, my EBT account online, and they said that I forgot the date, but coming soon. I think next week, or I think April 1st. Yes, they're not going to be allowing us. Remember they were saying that you can't buy junk food with EBT? Well, it's really happening. It's really happening. They stopping us from buying sodas, chips, and juice and stuff like that. They finna make a bitch eat healthy. But with that being said, the healthier stuff is more expensive. So, wow.
Well, comparing the price of junk food to the price of healthy food is like comparing apples to oranges. It's not really a valid comparison. Healthy food is actually good for you and your kids. Junk food is not. So even though junk food is cheaper, it doesn't provide any nutrition to you or your kids. And nutrition is right there in the name. Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP.
Which I don't mind, because I be trying to buy more healthy stuff anyway for my family.
Okay, well that's good. Here's one person that considers this to be at least a little bit positive.
But it's just that, you know, it's being pushed on us now, and yeah, I kind of like it, but then for other people, it's like they probably not gonna like it.
Okay, she's on the fence.
Well, anyway, so I'm just gonna give my kids their regular allowance, and if they want to buy chips, Takis, or whatever the hell they want to buy, they're gonna buy with their allowance, but it's gonna be limited. I really like that, because I already have been limiting my kids to Takis and junk food anyway.
Okay, well there's at least one person that sees the positives in this. She wants to limit the junk food that her kids have anyway, and this will help her do that. So that's good. Next.
Show y'all that the EBT ban has started in Florida. I got a soda and Reese's. Let's see this. See? Look. The Coke took off, but it's just the Reese's.
Okay, so it's not buying the junk food anymore. She said the Coke it took off. Now it's just the Reese's. So it paid for the Coke?
That's crazy.
It won't even take a $10 bill anymore. What the hell is going on here? Alright, and in that final clip, that person was showing us that they can no longer buy certain junk food at the store. I think they were saying that it still covered the Coke, but not the Reese's. Either way, a lot of people seem to think that you're not entitled to junk food if you're on EBT, according to many of the comments that we read. Many people also brought up the very good point that you can buy all of the ingredients to make these things yourself. Still, you could straight up just go buy a bag of sugar and eat it if you wanted to. Don't do that. It's not like I've done that several times, crying in the corner, just me and my bag of sugar with the spoon. I wasn't doing that. You were doing that. No, I'm just kidding. Many people are upset that their EBT cards no longer cover junk food, while many in the comments say that you're not entitled to junk food when you're on EBT. What do you think? Leave a comment below. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.